pursue a career in law because it gives me an opportunity to help people. When a client chooses us to represent them, they're entrusting us with a huge responsibility. It's our goal to exceed their expectations with our personalized service and to help them to achieve the best possible recovery to compensate them for their injuries.
That's where we come in. We come in and we solve that problem for them and really set them on the right track in order to try and get back to what their life was like before the accident happened.
Man, you know, sometimes when you ride motorcycles and be doing biker shit, nah, fuck it, I can't blame it on biker shit. We had biker shit going on, but we had technical shit, we had all kinds of shit, but fuck it, we made it. Archbishop said we was going to be back in 7 days, and clearly he's a man of honor. He's a truthful motherfucker because he told the truth, because it's 7 days later, and here we are, back, bringing you the Big BoneYard. What's up, people? Good to see y'all. We see some folks already out there. So you got, here you are joining us at the Big BoneYard. You got myself, Big Bone. You got my favoritist, Archbishop Sir. Man,
what's going on with you?
Man, shit. It's all right, man. It's been, man, we got so much stuff to, all kinds of shit in 7 days in biker world, in regular world, you know, a lot of shit can happen in 7 days. In our world, a whole lot of shit. And you know, in fact, Archbishop, Sir, because me and you, ordinarily we talk a lot. This past week, you know, we was running, doing our thing, so we didn't really get a chance to connect, probably really until well, you know, talked a couple of days, but yeah, not that much. How's your week, man?
Man, wasn't too bad. You know what I mean? Of course, I had to work like always, but got to move around a little bit, take care of a few things. But yeah, everything good.
I got a plan about that too. It involves the lottery. You know how like some people have like 401ks and all like that? I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to invest in the lottery. And after I get my lottery money, we quitting. We're going to do the Big BoneYard full time. Except we'll do it from the Bahamas every now and then, maybe Cancun or Belize every now and then. You know, we'll do it like that. That's the plan. That's the lottery retirement. So what?
Yeah, we'll be on location everywhere.
Hell yeah. I think that's the way to do it. So yeah, this week has been busy as all hell. We've been so you know, y'all know we're still working on that movie. Involved ourselves with a few little projects about the movie, getting some folks squared away so they can ride motorcycles in the movie. And just you know, all kinds of movie making magic shit. We've been doing a little bit of that stuff. And some biker shit. Today we had a COC meeting for because y'all know we're involved in the COC here for the middle part of Florida, and we're getting ready for a big state meeting of the COC. That's North Florida, South Florida, Central Florida, and there's two smaller entities. They're not full-grown COCs, but they will be when they grow up because, you know, Florida's a big state. But we're getting ready for that. But today, it was pretty cool, man. It's like anytime you get that number of bikers who can stop what they're doing, take a ride, to get with come to a place where a whole bunch of other bikers are, and talk about all kinds of shit, get shit done, and everybody goes home. Nobody's dead because we all grown-ass men who actually, and like now what we're working on, some of the stuff we're talking about is, you know, like the holidays are coming up, obviously. So we're tightening up some of that. So, you know, Christmas parties and toy runs and all this kind of stuff. Even though, you know, the alphabet gang out there would have you believe that we're a bunch of, you know, criminals and thugs and all kinds of bad stuff. But, you know, the holidays, that's some of our favoriteest. That's some of our favorite stuff because we actually have another opportunity to help our community. So we're into that. That's the thing that we do. And then now last night there was, and I definitely gotta mention this. If y'all get a chance, check out. You go hashtag. It's hashtag. Let me say it right. Tampa Homeless Outreach. All one word. Hashtag Tampa Homeless Outreach. You'll be able to see lots of pictures and so forth, not just of last night, but in general. So the Tampa Homeless Outreach is headed up by a brother by the name of T-Man. T-Man headed up, still heads up for the for the VA, the Veteran Affairs Department of Veteran Affairs, and what he does is he does the veterans homeless outreach, but he now has a organization that he started to expand outside of the VA system. And this is a dude, him and his folks will get on, camouflage utilities and boots, and they got a big dog and a big stick, and they're going to go way out in the woods, because it's Florida. They go out in the woods and the swamps, finding homeless people that are living out there because they're homeless. So he's going to go and find and search these people, find where they are, and get them out of the woods or off of the streets or out of the back of their car, because some folks living in their car, and he's going to find them, get them, might be just a hotel for the night to get them started, but he's going to segue these people from homelessness into an apartment, or maybe one of those, an efficiency or something like that. If it's a family, maybe get them a small house or an apartment, and help the mother get a job and the father get a job, and make sure the kids are in school, and help them get a car, free of cost, get them a car and maybe a gas card, something to get them going. Because some folks just need not a handout, but a help up, and they're real big on that. And veterans are near and dear to their heart. Anyway, this group, Tampa Homeless Outreach, they had a fantastic a gala event last night, that's where a bunch of bikers and folks from lots of different communities got together, got dressed up, and a lot of different groups. Of course, the COC was represented, Suncoast Brotherhood, the Big BoneYard, of course, and a number of other groups. Bert's Barracuda Harley Davidson. Bert stroked the check for $20,000 to help homeless folks. I almost fell out of my chair. Part of me wanted to rob somebody. I had flashbacks from days gone by. I'm kidding. But, we raised a lot of money for an extremely good cause. And a lot of folks, some folks who, same difference, don't exactly see eye to eye, because there was some political figures there from the left side and the right side. And folks came together for homeless people. And it was a real cool thing. And I'm going to, if I didn't already, I know I got some pictures floating around online of the thing last night, but I'll make sure I'll get some in the Big BoneYard. I'll make sure I do that tonight so y'all can check that stuff out. But it was a hell of a good time. I said, hey, Nicole Bell, I see you there. You seen some of those pictures, right? Nicole, well, she wasn't there. She was in Virginia, but I know she saw some of the pictures. I remember her making those comments, but just mad cool stuff. I see Kenyatta in the house. We did that. So anyway, that was just some of the stuff I wanted to share with y'all right quick, and I'll hit some of this other stuff, just some events and stuff. We'll cover that stuff later, but yeah, man. But what else was I going to tell you about that? And there's a bunch of rides and stuff coming up. So if y'all in the area, everybody's got a thing going on where y'all live. If y'all have something going on where you live and y'all aren't where we are, let us know about it. Send us a message so we can throw it up on the Big BoneYard or on Discord. We'll get the information out there about it, so it'll help get some folks to show up to your event and all like that. But other than that, Steve Easy, I see you there, Easy, and Esther Richardson. She said, "Big Bone, what happened, sir?" Oh, Queens, Cassie, the Constitution in the. Oh, okay. Shoot me, Esther Richardson, shoot me your info, a bunch of that stuff. I literally have a huge box of all of that stuff right now. It came in from ABATE and from the COC. And I thought I got everybody. If I missed you, I got so good about this too. She's asking about her Constitution books and the document holder. So if you didn't get it, shoot me the info, shoot me your info, and I'll get that stuff out to you tomorrow or Tuesday. I'll have it sent out to you. I thought I got everybody with that. But Mike House, we see you there, brother.
People that this week asking for the same thing.
Yeah, and when we got like 2 big boxes of it, so we got the stuff to send you. One time before we had just run out a little something, but we got. So if y'all need any of that kind of stuff, let us know. Get it Archbishop, get it myself. We will get that stuff to you. But the one thing that we got to get to you right now is a disclaimer. And Archbishop, if you could help us with that.
Well, same thing every week, but we have to say it, simply because we got haters amongst. So this, what we talking about is our opinion, and our opinions alone. Don't have anything to do with our prospective clubs, even though we love our club, but we're not talking about you. Ain't trying to be about you during this hour that we sitting here talking to these people here. So what we talk about on here is our opinions alone, based on fact and experiences that we've had, so on and so forth. That's it. That's all.
That part. What he said right there. But speaking of haters, this show we're going to do tonight is actually going to be pretty interesting. And matter of fact, let me, I'm going to pull up this bad boy while we're speaking here. Let me get it. But this. Shut up. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Okay. I'm trying to get all technical with it. What happened?
It sounds like you're having some technical issues over there.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, hey, y'all. So tonight, what we're talking about tonight, the name of this show tonight is QOTD, which stands for Question of the Day, aka Question of the Day. What would a biker do? And the way this came up was, just as we're messing around on the internet, we speak to the boneheads back and forth an awful lot, and sometimes we'll throw out a question, or one of the boneheads will throw out a question, and it leads us in. What's up, Jazz? But it'll lead us into a lot of different subjects, a lot of different conversations. So the description, the way that we wrote it was, you're in a church. And you see or you're in church, excuse me, not a church, but you're in church, like your church, your clubhouse. You're in church and you see somebody steal some money out of the cash box. What would you do? So your sister's ex-husband is cheating on her, but you know that she's been cheating on his ass for the past 2 years. What would you do? So you just found out that your brother, your club brother, is in love. He's in love with, and he's secretly dating a narcotics cop. And he brings her to the clubhouse all the time, but he's in love with her. What would you do? And so these are a bunch of the what ifs that we're going to get into tonight. So some of the answers might appear like just real easy, but that's not always the case, because remember, there's always two sides to every story. So let's see what we can find out tonight on the Big BoneYard. And so what we're going to do is, y'all, that's why we've got the phone number is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. So if you've got a what if or a good question for us, don't be shy. If you think of it while we're watching, give us a call. While you're watching, Frost said he's going to be real mad at you if you don't hit the like button, hit the share button, put this out there. So like, share, subscribe if you hadn't done that already. See if you can get somebody new that don't know nothing about this, get them turned on to this. So like, subscribe, share, definitely do that. But also, you got any questions? We want to hear your answers as well. But having said that, I'll set up the first one, and I know you got some too, Archbishop. But so that first question that was in the description. So the easy thing is, oh man, people ain't supposed to steal. Somebody's calling in right now. Let's see who this is. Let's see if we can get who this is on the line. Hey, hello, and thank you for calling the Big BoneYard. You got Big Bone and Archbishop. How's it going, and how can we help you, and who this is?
Hey, Bone, Jazz.
Oh, Jazz? You said, Is this Jazz? Jazz, what's up, Jazz?
Now, look, are you kidding with the narcotics?
Yeah, we go. So what I was going to do is, because that question actually came up because we saw over the years, there's actually the same exact club a couple of years ago, same exact situation came up, and I'll tell you what it really is. And some folks know who we're talking about and all like that. But what happened? One guy was dating a woman who was a dispatcher for a law enforcement agency, and some of the bros didn't give a damn. And some of them, they head exploded because they say, oh, a cop is a cop is a cop. Damn it, you know, you're gonna have to drop her ass like a bad habit. Turned out she wasn't a cop, she was a dispatcher, but she knew some stuff.
She was 911 operator.
Yeah, basically, she was a 911 operator for a law enforcement agency, one of the alphabets. And turns out she was able to share a couple of pieces of information here and there. However, on day one, you know, so the question was, so let's do that one first, because that wasn't the question that was posted. But so your brother, like, what's your position on that, Jazz? One of your brothers is dating a 911 operator. Is he flaw, or is that like a so fucking what?
Well, I would have to talk with him first. You know, just pull him up and say, hey, man, you know, like, I know 911 operators are not police officers, but you do know what you're doing. You do know who we are. You know, you know the club I'm in. You know who we are. That might not go over so well.
Right.
Personally, me, because I know they're not police officers, that's my bro. I'm going to try my best to trust his judgment. You know, how'd you meet this woman? You know, how did this get going on like this where you feel comfortable to bring her to the house? My personal house is one thing, but the clubhouse,
right.
know.
So do you feel it's your business to even go at him like that?
Oh, definitely. I am my brother's keeper because he is
right
mine.
No, I feel you.
You know, it's just somebody, you know.
Oh yeah, I was doing the devil.
Right?
That's the devil's advocate. You know, for anybody listening who might be thinking, how dare he? How dare he? They might not know how MCs work. Yeah, that's definitely your business. You know, but AB, what would you do? Would you kick his ass to the curb, like, and hey, let's give him the boot, him and her, or would you move differently about it?
No, I don't think you got to give the brother the boot, but I think it's gonna have to be some kind of conversation that has to go on there, because granted she's a 911 operator, but you also got to think on the other hand that, you know, she works with law enforcement. She has friendships with cops and whatnot.
Right.
So, you know, it's not going back saying that she's gonna go back and run her mouth about something, but if some, you know, it's really not hard for people to put two and two together, and somebody leak like, hey, that's her boyfriend or whatever, and then they, you know, they in turn talk to her about something, like she don't know what she actually telling, even though she's actually telling something or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes people tend to tell stuff not even realizing that they telling. You know?
Oh yeah.
I tell you a good way to figure out how to get business without people realizing that you're getting business from them. So, and everybody get a pen and write this down, because I'm only going to say it once.
Right.
So you're trying to get information from somebody and you know that they're not going to just willingly give it to you. Then what you do is that you start the conversation. And while you're doing the conversation, at first you're giving out some facts to let them know that you know some parts of it. And then while you get in the middle of that, then you're gonna purposely put something in that's not true.
Ooh.
Once you put that in that's not true, normal people, especially these ones that feel that they know more than you do, or they know more than you do at that time, they will purposely try to correct you. And they will tell you what you needed to know, even though you are.
Gotcha.
And it works every time.
Yo, there was this one young brother too out of Lakeland. He used to have this expression. He'd say, and he used to talk about that, like, I'm gonna give somebody some false information. He goes, and the way he used to put it was I'm gonna feed the goose to see where it shits. Or no, I'm gonna feed the goose to see which one of them shits. I'm like, what are you talking about, geese and shitting and all like that? He goes, oh, I'm gonna put it out there, and when I hear it back, I'm gonna know who said it, because I'm going to tell this guy this thing, and that guy the other thing, and that guy over there that other thing. So when I hear that shit back, and I know I only said a specific thing to a specific person, when I hear it back, I know where it came from. I'm like, damn. it's fucked up that we live in a world where we even got to think like that. But, you know, in those situations, but, you know, let's go back to the part 2, because and Jazz, you dragged it out of me. So the part 1, which we didn't even discuss, was the 911 operator. But like you said, in the case of the narcotics officer. So, and this was a thing that happened, and everybody's like, oh, well, you know, that's white boy shit. Why do we care? You know, I'm being facetious, but, you know, that was something that somebody actually said. And there's any number of reasons to care. But bottom line, so the thing was, this dude, and I'm going to read it like we wrote it here. So you just found out that your brother is in love with and secretly dating a narcotics cop that he brings to the clubhouse all the time. What do you do? So first of all, is that a problem?
Yeah.
Well, Jazz, why? I mean, the woman's got to have a job.
That's a bad. That's a bad. That's a bad. That is a bad. That is an actual person that has the ability and the authority to place anyone under arrest at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot bring that to the clubhouse.
Gotcha.
Now,
Gotcha.
if you love her, you love her. I said, you can't help who you fall in love with. And trust me, I was bitching with that myself. But when it comes to the clubhouse, that's not my personal space to do whatever I want. Man.
Gotcha.
What I do affects everybody around.
I will tell you. Well, I will tell you this part, just to put everybody at ease on that one, because I know hearing that, a bunch of folks' heads just completely fucking exploded. But in real life, and AB, you know, I think you know the dude we're talking about. He was going to, because after folks found out, and you know, it kind of got out there like that, he was gonna lay his rags down. He was gonna quit the club, but they beat him to the punch, and so he, as he likes to say, he bowed out gracefully, because this particular club, they had some other plans. Had it came to them having to put him out, it wouldn't have been as pleasant as it was by him just laying his rags down. So he beat him to the punch. So she ain't going to the clubhouse no more, and he ain't in the club no more. And here's the craziest shit. They split up like 8 months, about 8 months after he laid his rags down. You know, they broke up. He tried to go back in the club, and it was a hell no. So he's pretty much that little stunt got his ass blackballed. I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna see him in nobody's colors no time soon. But you know, say la vie. Say what?
What his connection is, can't nobody hear what he's saying.
Yeah. Hey, Jazz, we can't really hear you that good.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, you sound horrible right now.
Oh yeah, that's much better now. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Okay. So with them breaking up 8 months later, I have to ask myself, what were her motives of being with him in the first place?
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, 8 months after he lays his rags down, now the connection to that club is no longer there. She ain't got nothing to do with it. You know, that's why I feel the way I feel.
No, I feel you. I'll tell you the question that I asked, and you know, this is I wasn't trying to get in nobody's business or nothing, but somebody brought it up.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get in personal business.
Right, but what happened? The question,
is a police officer,
right,
that he has fallen in love with. So
right,
she's a woman. She can't come to the clubhouse without him.
Right.
As soon as he lays his rags down within a year, they ain't together anymore.
Right.
That's why I'm so skeptical. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm so skeptical of anybody with a badge.
Yeah.
Connected to me.
Well, the question that I'll tell you, the question that I was wondering about, and I did ask this because we was having a conversation one day, and I said, because I was thinking kind of the same thing. I'm like, well, look, you know, I get what went down, but was they like legit fucking, you know, or was she just straight? You know what I mean? I asked him, I'm like, look, as far as you know, was they fucking, or was they just, you know, like hanging out and he was like puppy dogging it about the, you know what I mean? Because it was, you know, because 8 months is a long enough time, but by comparison, that's pretty quick. Anybody could break up, right? But in that situation, sounds a little, it was a little funky right there, you know? What do you think, AB?
Yeah,
What do you think it, AB? You
Ashley,
should have worked it out with that woman.
yeah, a little bit of everything. Because, well, number one, he should have known automatically based on her job. He should have automatically knew not to bring her to the clubhouse. Common sense tell a fool that shit right there was automatically. You're not supposed to bring her. Now the fact that she left 8 months later, now that could be a couple days. You know, that could have been like, okay, maybe she was in on something and she didn't get the information that she wanted and she left. Or, you know, we could be giving her a whole lot more credit than what she deserved, and he could just be a fuck dude that she just left his ass. You know what I mean? So you don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just don't know. So you can't just say, well, okay, well, she left after he laid his rags down, and then she just left. Okay, well, he could be a fuck boy from day one, and it took her 8 months to figure the fuck out, and then she did. You know what I mean? So
that was I swear to you, that was the other thing that I was thinking. Because I was thinking like this. Well, there's a possibility if he was stupid enough to get with a cop. I mean, you know, it wasn't a bad looking dude, so I mean, I could see how that could happen. But my thought was, if he was stupid enough to bring an actual fucking cop, a narcotics cop, on top of that, to the damn clubhouse on his bike and the whole damn nine, right? He ain't too smart. And maybe it took her 8 months to figure out exactly how unsmart he fucking was.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things. Like, she might have been okay. Well, I don't believe, you know, cop is a cop. But as far as them, who knows? She might have, like you said, AB, man, she could have. It could have took her 8 months to figure out that he was a complete fucking fuck boy from day one.
Right.
She just didn't know it.
Oh, come on.
I mean, you know,
it's a possibility.
Cops are not that stupid. They target things that they are smarter than.
Oh yeah,
that's their training. So he knew he wasn't that bright. Maybe it took her 8 months to figure out that the club was smarter than she thought. But they weren't going to let him back in. You know, say, well, I lost my link now. Yeah. I mean, it's just now. How do I feel about them brothers? Am I still going to be friends with them afterwards? What am I personally going to do? Like I said, at least I find out about credit to the side.
Hey, Dushkano just said something. He said 3 words to remember: statute of limitations. And he goes, statute of limitations lasts longer than 8 months. Okay, that would be a fact, sir. That's what you call a fact. All right, so
there's no statute of limitations on capital crime.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, yeah, you're breaking up a little bit again, but so let's hit this next one, or actually, which was first one, and we got, but so the first one that we were talking about was the situation in church. So let's say you're in church and you see somebody steal some money out of the cash box. What would you do? Let me throw out a little backstory on that one. And everybody can say knee-jerk reaction. You stealing is wrong. You can't steal. In this circumstance, this brother, the way that I got it, or the way, if I read this shit properly, the dude who took the money out of the cash box at his club felt that he overpaid for something, his dues or whatever it was, felt that he overpaid something and called himself reimbursing himself for whatever it was. Not that that's good, bad, or indifferent. I'm saying the way that it was reported. And I'll tell you what happened with this dude later on. But the question is, you see this dude takes the money, you know what his alleged situation is, or the way that he explained it, and he took the money. There's no doubt about him taking the money. What would you do? Jazz, you got to turn down the background.
I'm here.
You got to turn down the radio in the back. It's giving us a little feedback.
Okay, hold on. I'm on it. Shoot. You know what? Here's the easy way. Ask AB first. I'll come in. I'll make it this fixed because my other phone's slipping out of my hand.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you this one. In the meantime, Frost just made a comment. Frost says, in regard to that cop lady, he said, "Yo, honestly, what if she was one of the ones that take that he said on the take, turning a blind eyes as it happens here in North Carolina." That's a good one. But what do you think, Archbishop? She's turning a blind eye. She's on the take.
Yeah, it's possible. Anything possible. No.
Yeah.
Possible.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay. Now, to get back to the question that you was asking, he's turning that down, whatever he's doing over there. I think you got
you got to turn that down.
You want to hear yourself talk.
Yeah, you got to turn the TV down.
But
I
okay,
just hit everything.
We're talking about the church.
Right, the church.
What are we talking about?
When he took money from the church.
Okay. So let me say this. Now, he took it from the church. Now, let's say that the one that's taking up the offering or the deacon or whatever. Deacon.
Oh, well, no. I'm sorry. When we said church, we didn't mean a church. We meant the club. Yeah, it was at the club. He was at church at the clubhouse.
Okay. Club church. If you seen a bro take some money, and you know that he took it, theft is theft. A thief is a thief. You know what I mean? So if it's not in your bylaw, then it should be. If you stealing, I don't give a fuck if it's $5. If you stealing, you a thief. You gotta go. You know what I mean? Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. Ain't no pay the shit back. Okay, go ahead and pay it back. That's restitution. Pay it back. But your ass still gone though, because you stole. You know what I mean? And some people will be like, oh, well, give them another chance, this and the third. Here's the thing about that though. Your money that goes into your chapter, that's everybody's money.
Right.
So whatever your situation was, whether you just needed some money for this, or you needed some money to take care of this and the third, the first thing you should have thought about should not have been, okay, I'm gonna steal this money. The first thing that you should have been doing was like, okay, I'm gonna put this out to my bros as, listen, I'm in a hardship situation. I need some fucking help, and let us help you. You know what I'm saying? So if your first thought was, okay, I'm gonna sneak around and I'm gonna steal this money and take care of this, and ain't nobody gonna know that I stole this money, then that's telling me straight off rip that you a deceitful motherfucker off jump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing to do about you paying no shit back. The actual act of you stealing was a deceitful act. So if you steal and you being deceitful on that, what else are you being deceitful on?
Right.
That's just
no,
my way.
I'm with you. Now, Fury says, yep, I agree with you, but y'all differ on the pay it back part. She says, yep, I agree with you, AB, pay it back and then turn in your shit, which, I definitely get that. Mike House says, tell him to put it back and then bring up his situation to the club. And see, I think that may possibly depend on what type of club it is, but I think the situation, the situation on my side of the fence, the situation is not even the money, like you were saying, Archbishop, is not even the money. It's the fact that he took it, because a thief is a thief is a thief. There's something more to this story, which we're going to share in a second. But Jay said, if you feel the need to steal from people who would probably help you freely or figure it out with honesty, then you are already a lost brother. Ass beating time. Okay, so Jay, you understand? You understand?
I mean, how times has this been a situation where it's been a bro that we knew that needed some shit, even if he didn't ask for it? One of the other bros, such and such in a bad spot right now, and the first thing you did was this. Everybody went through the hat around, and then the child
we've done it.
Gave it to the bro. You know what I mean? That's happened numerous times. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have to, you don't got to steal from nobody, especially you're going to steal from somebody that you look at and you call them your bro. You know what I mean? If I'm your bro,
Shit, in the club.
I should be able to depend on you when I can't depend on my family, which I know I'm saying right, but I know that falls on deaf ears to some motherfuckers because some motherfuckers just ain't that way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So let me put it that's how it should be.
No.
Right. Yeah. But passing the hat, that's an age-old tradition. For those of y'all that don't know, and in the culture is really, and we say it all, shit, Jazz said it a little earlier, I am my brother's keeper. Some people say that, like Archbishop says from time to time, hey, some people say that shit for a punchline. With us, that's an actual real life thing that we do. So yeah, I am my brother's keeper. So if we need to pass the hat, we'll pass the hat. If I need to put I can't tell you how many times we had somewhere to go and my bro didn't have gas money, no problem. I got you there and back. Don't worry about it. You need to eat. If I'm eating, you eating. If I'm riding, you riding. But see, that's that brotherhood shit that people forget about, which is a big reason why people are attracted to MCs in the first place, because they done heard about it or they know somebody and they seen what that brotherhood looks like. So, but going back to this thing, I'll fill in a little bit more. So this dude, the way that the story went was he felt like he overpaid for something. And I forget whether it was something like he paid his dues over or something like this. But he felt like it was his money because he overpaid or something toward that effect. Douche says the guy stealing from the cash box is the one who's going to get you a RICO predicate for robbery and extortion when you ask for club property back when he gets his ass voted out. Okay, that's one way of thinking about it, because if he's going to steal, he's going to lie. If he's going to steal, he's going to squill. We used to say that back in the day. If he's going to steal, he's going to squill because he's out for his damn self. And now Kenyatta says, I hate asking for help. Well, that's okay. Some cats in the club are like that. But if you ever need, you can ask your brother for help. And if he's really your brother, like you just said, Archbishop, if he's really your brother, you ain't going to have to ask him anyway. Because if that's your brother, he's going to know what time it is, and he might beat you to the punch. You won't be in a situation where you have to ask. Because if you're doing it right, but so we got a bunch of these. I'm gonna do one more and then let you take it over, brother. But the other one was, let me see, there was that one. Okay, about the stealing thing. Let me see. Oh, my bad. Oh no, let me find that other one. Okay. Now this is a little different. Okay. Most of us here, most of the boneheads, we like motorcycles, ride motorcycles, all like that. Even for those of us that don't ride motorcycles, like some of the mothers and so forth out there, you got a son who's thinking about it. So 2 questions. What age did you start driving or get your driver's license? A. And then the part 2 of that is, at what age would you let your son or your daughter start riding motorcycles? So, yeah. That's a little tricky because see, it's weird, right? When you start thinking about, oh shit, wait a minute, we're talking about our kids now.
What was the first?
Okay, first one, how old were you when you either got your driver's license or started driving? For you. And then the part 2 is, now, how old would at what age would you allow your child, son or daughter? At what age would you let your child start riding a motorcycle specifically? If at all.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you, let me see. I got my license when I was 15. Well, learned from it 15, driver's license 16. Now my son just turned 18, but he's been riding motorcycles since he was 14 years old.
Oh, okay.
So let me see. He started out with one of the little. He started out riding on the back of mine.
Yeah, right on.
Got him a little small bike that the one with the fat tires on them.
Oh yeah.
started out with one of them. He went from that to a dirt bike. Then he went up to like a 400. You know what I mean? Now he just turned 18 last weekend. He riding shit. He got a Hayabusa. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
He been riding for a while. You know what I mean? Now,
Yeah.
The thing is that he's always liked motorcycles though. He's like
Yeah.
he was little. You know what I mean? Because I always had him on the back of mine. You know.
Yeah.
So he always wanted to ride. You know, he used to talk about when he was younger, he was like, Dad, when I get this age, I'm gonna get me a bike, I'm gonna get me a crotch rocket, and we're gonna ride around together.
Yeah.
That was his that he wanted to ride with me. You know, so
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what I mean? I think with I'm not saying that should be done for all kids, but being the fact that he's been around this since he was born. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah. He's a legacy, really.
it's just certain things that he picked up along the way. You know, that's just what he does. And he's responsible with it. You know what I mean? He ain't out joyriding, he ain't out popping wheelies and all that jazz.
Right.
Who's that the number one rule to riding two wheels that you can't dog two wheels or it will bite you.
Yeah. Now, how was his mother about him starting to ride?
She didn't like it at first, but I mean she's fine with it now. She didn't really care for it when we started talking about it.
For a minute.
Right, you know, because she thinks he gonna wreck and wrap himself around something or run into something or whatever. But you know, like I said, he's been riding since he was 14 years old. I mean, this is his third bike, so he hasn't had any problems.
Oh, for the last question, or the previous question we were talking about, the dude taking money, Jazz was just saying, so Jazz 1% says, Rip Run in the Lou years ago had got passed for him because of a tire issue. Over $1,000 was handed to him. After he got his tire on, he gave the rest to what the chapter had supported. Oh, that's what they call that again? And how you say that in English? Grown man shit. That's some grown man shit. You know, that's what's up. But you know, hey, you was in a spot and they watched out, and then you in turn did the right thing. And yeah, ain't nothing bad about that at all. But again, that's better than reaching in there and just taking that shit. You know what I mean? This ain't, you know, I feel like the MC is not the Boy Scouts or damn Wall Street where you can steal money all the time and just it's okay. You know, that ain't a thing, you know. Douche said, now that I'm actually making comments, I'm beginning to rethink naming myself Douche Canoe. Douche Canoe. All right. I guess it's the way he's got it written, right? I just realized that.
No, I mean, come up with the name from anyway, like where it come from.
Right. Yeah, that would be a good. So speaking of which, Douche, where did you get that name? Because we would love to hear about that. Frost said, my son says dress for the slide, not the ride. Okay, and heard that a time or two. So that's special. The sport. Frost was saying that his son says dress for the slide, not for the ride. And I know a lot of kids on sport bikes, they say that because you know, because you see some of these cats, I call them Ninja Turtles. They go out. It's in Florida, 95 degrees, and they're dressed from head to toe with every inch of skin covered and so forth. And nothing wrong with being safe, I guess. But I'm like, at that point, I don't think I can even enjoy the ride if I'm dying of heat stroke. But, you know, but I'm not saying that people shouldn't wear their gear and all that kind of stuff. I'm just saying that, damn, is what I'm saying.
I mean, but then you see riding with shorts on and slides and tennis shoes.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, that's just, come on.
All your skin on 75. So,
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I seen that before, too. You know, them cats go out there. We used to call them squids. Them little squiggly motherfuckers.
Would you rather be a little hot? You know what I mean? Or you're going to be even hotter when that asphalt hits your ass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, and it's degrees. You're going 80 miles an hour. You're gonna come off that bike, which means you're going to be flying at about 120. Fighting with shorts on because you wanted to be cool. Yep. And you had on some slides because you didn't want to wear boots.
Yep.
And 3 of your toes gonna be sitting over here on the side of the road. Half your leg gonna be scarred up. All your little meat sitting over here on the side of the road. Little t-shirt fucked up. Your arm gonna be fucked up, and you know, then you gonna you around fucked up. You know, as opposed to, you know, putting you on some pants and some boots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a fact. Man,
Going to
look,
work.
I don't give a damn. Look, if I'm going to 7-Eleven, I'm no bullshit. I could be riding to 7-Eleven, boots, jeans. You know, usually if I'm on the bike, I got my rags on. But you know, I'm gonna have pretty much some good essential gear there. You know, but yeah, you're right. Some of these cats, especially, you know, oh God, in Florida, we see them squares all the time. Like you said, with the flip flops on, or we say them chancletas. They'll break them joints out with the shorts and like a damn wife beater and a pair of Oakley glasses, and then he jumps on a damn ZX10 doing a buck 05 because he can during rush hour traffic, and then wonder why his ass is, you know, that's them organ donors they be talking about. But AB, you got some of those questions you want to hit us with? The question of the day.
You know, we was talking about the what ifs, right? And you know, I was sitting about it, about all these different what ifs. And I know we was talking about, you know, like some of the stuff like you was talking about was more or less like dealing with club stuff, and you know, like what if you done got caught slipping and whatnot. But I was thinking of two, and it was two that just stayed in my mind the whole time. And this one here, I can pretty well guess just about everybody that's on this show right now can relate to. And that is, what if you could go back, in time and talk to yourself, what would you say? You know, like you could go back and tell them like, okay, this is, you know, like this is what's gonna go on. Don't do this. Don't talk to this motherfucker. You know, apply for this job, not this one. You know what I mean? Here goes the pick 6 played on June 14th. You know what I mean? I mean,
hey, I got a bunch of them. Let's see. What's one? See, and that's tricky, man, because you ever heard of the butterfly effect? The butterfly effect. In fact, Ashton Kutcher was in a movie called The Butterfly Effect, and the idea behind it was you could go back in time and change one thing that was messed up. That you wanted to change that one thing so that your life would be better. And every time he went back in time and changed one thing that helped him out in one area, messed him up somewhere else. Because one of the things was he went back in time, did something, and got a whole lot of money. So flash forward, he's back in modern times. Man, he's rich as all hell, but only to find out that, you know, like he had a bunch of wives and divorces, and somebody wanted to kill him, and he had a drug addiction, and like you name it, he had all kinds of bad shit that came at him that was worse than his regular normal life would have been, except for he had a bunch of money. Then there was another time he went back in time and he changed something, and then he ended up not meeting the woman that he fell in love with, that he had kids with and everything else. So his kids was never born. And all. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, you can't do damn catch 22 ass shit. Because like my ex-wife, let's just say, not a big fan of the ex-wife, but but I got daughters with her. You know, it was like, I love my daughters, but it would have been fun not to ever meet her crazy evil ass. But what are you gonna do, man? So that's a hell of a great question. So Archbishop's asking the question: if you could go back in time and get a do-over, what would you do? And while y'all thinking about that, I'm throw out right quick. Lanzagot, the Juice, said, he's asking a question: is wearing boots while on the motorcycle a club tradition thing, or more of a bike culture in general type tradition? See, both, right?
Actually, it was a little bit of both. Actually, you know, like when when the whole MC thing started, you know what I mean, a lot of these people came back from the military.
Mm-hmm.
That's where a lot of that part actually came into, and then it went more along the lines of, you know, actual safety, being out there. You know, if anything happened, you wrecked or whatever, you know, wearing tennis shoes and flip flops, and you know what I mean. I've seen women out there in high heel shoes with stilettos on. Like, are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a club called
It's
Stilettos on Steel and
right.
Hill and Heels.
It's cute, but it's not safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now, like if you're just going up and down the street here, okay, you're fine. You know what I mean? If you're just going one spot to the next or whatever, you know, you're not going for it, or you just want to be cute. Yeah, that's one thing. But you know that shit ain't safe. You know what I mean? You can sit out here and be cute all you want, but like I said, when your foot Deion Sanders, don't say shit.
Yeah. Hey, I saw I was in California last year. I went to Murder Mountain, but for those of y'all that know about it. But I was in California last year and I saw this one chapter of a California MC, and I mean every swinging dick had on a pair of Chucks, or tennis shoes, Chuck Taylors. And I was like, the hell? And then I had to remind myself, I had to do that little flip that switch in my head saying, oh, wait a minute, I'm in California. So in California, you know, they're gonna wear those the Dickies with the flannel shirts buttoned up to here, and you know, they do it cholo style with them damn sneakers. In Florida, you know, you'd be laughed off the set behind something like that. And you're like, how dare you? What's the matter with you? Are you crazy? It don't look right. And then of course there is, like Archbishop said, there is a element of safety as to why it is that you would ride or why you would ride with boots as opposed to sneakers. However, if you're on a sport bike, they literally make a type of riding boot for sport bike riders that gives you like flexibility in the ankle area and like that, but they're much more durable than sneakers. So that, I guess, Mike, to answer your question, like Archbishop said, a little bit of both. You know, a little bit of both. Certain clubs, I don't want to say it's a uniform per se, but that's just their stilo, like we used to say. Mike said, I would rather them ride dirt bikes first. There's no problem for them to ride street bikes. My only problem or concern is how people drive. They don't respect bikers. So that's a good one. Oh wait, here you go. Somebody said, Esther Richardson says, Archbishop, you have you have such a way with words. In fact, he has such a way with words. We actually named the words that he said. We actually had a contest for it. But I don't know why I always forget what it was. In my head I keep thinking Bishop's Gym or Gems or Jewels or something like that. I kept thinking, but I forgot which one we actually chose because there was so many good ones. Frost says they haven't had road scrub from road rash yet. You rethink it real quick after that. And let's see. Oh, but here, let's jump to it. The next. Well, what was say your last question? So the last question, that's the thing I really want to hear from some folks about. What would you do, or what if anything? Okay, Jazz says he would not start smoking cigarettes. That's a good one. That's a good one. He wouldn't start smoking cigarettes. And Logical said I had the same question on our Porch Chat podcast, and the answer was nothing. I wouldn't change not a thing because good or bad, my past made me who I am. Okay, so that's definitely a good one. And let's see here. Yeah, Jazz said it's the ripple effect. Yeah, when I was talking about the butterfly effect, that's the ripple effect. And let's see. Jay says boots or high tops keep your feet from being lost to pavement. Gloves, because first reaction is to put your hands down, and the vest is to cover the vital areas and hide the heater. Jazz says in regard to the boots versus them Chuck Taylors, East versus West. That's definitely an East Coast West Coast thing. Forget about Tupac and Biggie. East Coast West Coast means something different to bikers. And Frost said it was called AB Diamonds, is what he said. It's AB Diamonds. And then Esther Richardson said, I've seen bikers go down. No thanks. I'll protect myself. Okay. And And Jay says, I ain't going to lie. Florida is hot and humid as the devil's balls. Sometimes on personal rides, I am not in full gear, but always gloves, helmet, and real shoes. Yeah, facts. Yeah, same here. And but so here's another one. Let's see. There's the other one. Okay. Now this is one that I threw up on I think it was on the Big BoneYard, but the question was, what's the fastest way to calm a woman down when she's angry? And we want to hear, if y'all are watching, chime in, let us know what's the fastest way to calm a woman down when she's angry. I like to say, calm your ass down, bitch. Because that works. You know that. Yeah, now I ain't gonna say it twice, so y'all get a pen and write that down. And remember, when she starts tripping, all you got to do is say, "Calm your ass down, bitch." It works. Write it down now.
Yeah.
And if it don't work, when it don't work, make sure you tell us how good it worked next week.
Yeah. Tell them Bone told you say it.
But yeah, so AB, what's the best way to calm them down?
There is no best.
I know, right?
There isn't one.
That's like a trick question.
You know what I mean? Now you can. It really depends on the severity of the match. You know, so if it's just a little mad, you can be like, "Oh, come here,
right?"
Yeah, you know what I mean. Or you just say something sarcastic to get their head off of it. Now, if they're mad at you, they just mad at you. Ain't shit else. Ain't shit you can say. Off, you know what I mean? You know, all right, fuck it, fuck you right now. I'm out. You know what I mean? Go find something to do for me. She'll be all right. Because most times, especially when they already got their mind made up and they 100% on whatever the hell they think, ain't no stopping that shit. Just move on. Find something else.
Right. It's like a hurricane. You just gotta wait out the storm. I'll tell you what. So Goose said, fastest way. He says 60 to 0 as quick as you can when she's sitting behind you. Okay. Jay said, make her a strong version of her favorite drink. Now, Jazz, where are we? All right. So Jazz says, no more dick. Say it loud too. And all right. Now Sassy says, give me what I want. Sassy does it. If it works, let us know. Right. Last time, now, honestly, Sassy, the last time you was pissed off about something, did he give you what you want? And did it work? Or was you just talking cash shit? Like, did it work for real? All right. Jazz says he's kind of kidding. Kind of kidding. So that's what. And see, I know with these biker females, biker chicks are not your run-of-the-mill cookie cutter, you know, what's the thing Miami says? They're not the Holly Hobby, you know, sweet girl next door type stuff. You know, these chicks might cut you. So you got to be careful how you deal with it, you know, different situation.
Let me ask you this, because you got a little freaking Spitfire right there in your house. So when she mad at you, what your ass gonna do now? And you know she's sitting there listening. So
let me tell you, I'm gonna put my goddamn foot down, and I'm gonna hold on.
Right.
I'm gonna
what you about to do, bro?
Put my foot down, and this motherfucker, because, and furthermore, good. Now, man, hey, you know what? It's taking a minute to get there. But we have spirited debates, you know. And I tell you what, it's a challenge dealing with an angry ass Cuban, and logic and all that shit sometimes goes right out the fucking window. So it's like the hurricane. Sometimes you got to wait till you get to the eye of the storm to kind of start working on some shit, you know. So that is, I tell you what, I'm very talented. I'm amazed at how talented I am because Hurricane Miami is a motherfucker. Hold on one second. We got a call here.
Berthios is real strong, huh? You see some shit coming from.
Hey, thanks for calling. You got the Big BoneYard. Oh wait, did we miss a call? I think we missed the call. Okay, now here's one. All right, now this one, let me see if I can find it. This is one we was talking about a little earlier, and I wish we had.
Frost just said something that was absolutely correct.
Frost said, "No more dick." No, go ahead.
said no more dick only work before you get married. You're absolutely right. Because that
Oh shit. Yeah, facts. That is a fact. By the way, Anzu Damu said California wears Chucks. That's a fact. She said California wears Chucks. California's for gangsters. See, that's a thing. People say that, but I don't know any gangsters that actually wear Chucks. You know, but then again, I'm coming from this side of the world on this biking shit. And you know, I know when I see somebody wearing Chuck Taylors, I think about 1983 on the basketball court. You know, it doesn't really, you know, but you're right. In California, you know, that's shit. That's the uniform right there.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, they choloed out. You know, I'm talking black guys, white guys, Spanish guys. That's how they do it. So here, you know, here's the question that had some folks. Huh?
Go ahead. No.
Okay.
I was gonna say I fight Chuck Taylors because Chuck Taylors were made for flat-footed people. There's no cushion in them Chuck Taylors. It's rubber and canvas. There ain't nothing. You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh, hey, now Frost said Timbs or Black Forces on this coast. Okay. So I could see that and see, like, I don't even wear, like, if it's got shoelaces, depending on the type of bike, I'm not even gonna wear shoelaces. I'm gonna wear boots that I got you know, like boots, like Harley type boots, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just how I know you're pretty similar to that. So we just get down a little different though. Oh, wait a minute. What Jazz say? Jazz said, okay. All right. God damn it. Jazz go with the grown man shit again. He said, I'm going to listen to why she's mad. If it's something I did, I'll make amends. If it's not, I must be honest in my support of my woman. Okay. Damn, no, ain't that grown man shit. Are any chapters in Southern? There are lots of motorcycle clubs in Maryland near DC, is for whoever's asking. Lots of motorcycle clubs in every state. Dude said, I wore Chucks as a kid in the late 80s or early 90s because my poor ass family got the damaged one at the local shoe store for $5 a pair. $5 a pair. I remember cheaper than that at the Piggly Wiggly.
You know what? It was my first basketball shoe when I played in basketball in elementary, and there was a shoe that they actually gave us.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And Chuck Taylors. And I'm telling you,
yeah. Hell yeah. Look, they're talking to you. Hell yeah. They're talking back.
Right. And then after you wore them too much and you walking across the floor, you know how you walk across the school floor, it sounded like you had on dress shoes.
Yep. Shit. Look, I swear to you, back in the day, you could at the grocery store, you could buy them joints $2-3 for a pair. You had to go through there and just kind of like go through to find your size and try them bitches on right in the grocery store, which you did not want. And here's the thing, my folks had money, you know. I'm like, or as they like to point out, I said to my father one time, I'm like, Dad, you know, because we went to go do something. My father was a bit more liberal with the spending the money type stuff. My mother was tight as Dick's hat band. And I'm like, wait a minute, you know, nice car, nice house. We live in a neighborhood where we the only ones with a tan. Wait a minute. I was about 9 or 10 years old before I figured out, oh, we're rich. And I said that to my father because we went to go to the store to do something. And I asked him for, I wanted to get some kind of outfit or something like that. It was a little pricey. I said, Dad, you know, let me get that. He said, no. We ain't going to spend the money for that. I said, why? We rich. And he looked me dead in the eye. Like I thought he was going to beat me up. He goes, oh, we ain't shit. He goes, I got money. Your mama got money. Your ass is broke. Remember that. He goes, you working on a shoestring budget, motherfucker. I was like, God damn, boy, when I tell you that hurt me to my heart, then I realized, oh shit, you know, like maybe I need to apply for welfare. This dude just told me I'm poor. I'm like, damn. Anyway, so Dude said I wore Chucks as a kid in the late 80s and 90s because, oh no, okay, we just read that one. Hold on, Anzu Damu says Chucks are $60 to $100 right now. Times have changed.
That's for sure.
Yeah, Kenyatta said black forces are dangerous. And AB, you were just saying, hey, Jason, let's do it.
Now he
Jazz,
was. Now see, let me tell you the story behind that. Me and him been texting for the past couple of days because he's a Michigan fan. So he was sending me these messages thinking that Notre Dame was going to beat OSU this weekend, and that didn't happen. So now talking about we need to do a
pool.
So where I'm like where we like commentating the Michigan OSU game.
Oh, okay.
Deal. Michigan and Ohio State. That's like the game here. Everybody watch that game. So
wait, he's Michigan, you Ohio State?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
Okay, then let's do it. Let's set it up. You want?
All right, right on. So where was oh, wait a minute. So all right, Frost said, we can run through real quick. Like Frost said, I was talking about G's as far as club life. I'm in boots all day. Kenyatta said Black Air Force Ones have spirits. Got to be careful. Sassy said, just give me what I want at the moment. She's talking about the question earlier. Sassy said the best way to calm her down, give her what she wants. So to clarify, she's saying just give her what she wants at the moment. Well, Sassy, what exactly do you want?
She don't know.
Esther said, so are Harley Hills okay to ride in, as in over the knee Harley type boots? Are they good?
I wouldn't say so, but you know, I don't wear the shit. So
Yes, right.
I wouldn't say so.
Let's see. She said, nope, it won't work. Anza said, no, it won't work. And then so Bolo said, no Timberland. He said, no Timberlands for me when riding. I got caught once in the rain and Timberlands separated in all directions. Damn. Wow. That ain't no fun at all. And that was an expensive lesson. Dude said, oh shit, Archbishop, I literally got called out on that clapping as a little kid. And principal asked if we were poor and needed help. Ouch. All right. Jay says, I wear all black Nike high tops or all black Timberlands. BMWs are shaft driven, so no chain or belt issues. Okay, a little BMW. All right. What part of America is BMW made in anyway? Oh wait, no, they're not. All right, never mind. I'll talk trash about that later on. Hey, stand by 1 second. Let's see whose that is. Hey, thank you for calling the Big Bone and Archbishop. Who's calling us tonight?
Hey, this is Compton Cutie, Archbishop number 1 PR.
Oh, right on. Hey,
I gotta get on here and let y'all know.
Hey, Compton Cutie, what's going on?
How y'all doing tonight?
Better
nice
now that you called.
So, okay. Good. Yeah, but I just want to let you know it don't make no difference. We just gotta do like Sass said. Give in to what it is. A happy, female happy wife is a happy life. So make sure that we happy and y'all stay happy.
Are y'all just trying to? Are y'all women just ganging up on us, trying to convince us to just do what y'all want type thing? Is that what's going on right now?
Well, no, not necessarily, but don't think that trying to hold out is going, make us feel some type of way. We can hold out too. So, that comes with it. If you don't follow suit and do what you're supposed to do, then that's when we have to step it up a notch. So now not only do you have the nasty attitude, the looks, the little side comments, but now you're not getting any. So, yeah.
Damn. Touche.
Gotta take one for the team, guys.
All right, I'll tell you what. since you're on the phone, your sponsor wanted you to help us with this next question. Now, so here you go, and this is great. We got a lady coming on the phone. Let's say you're coming home, assuming that you have a husband. You're coming home from a hard day's work as you're a security officer, whatever. But I'm setting it up because you have your firearm on your person, so that's why I'm making you a security officer, But so the situation is this, and I wish you could see the damn picture. I'm gonna make sure I put that meme back online. I'm gonna put that meme back online for sometime soon. But you come home, you find out, you got off work early. You come home. On your way to your bedroom, you notice your husband's car outside. You're wondering why it's there. You come home, you go to your bedroom, not thinking nothing about nothing. There you see your husband butt ass naked with the hard, he got the, the hard things, harder than Chinese arithmetic. He's jumping up out of the bed. There's a woman laying in the bed, butt ass naked, in your bed, mind you. In your bed, mind you.
Your homegirl.
Yeah. Oh, damn, you just sticking the knife in and twisting it. Oh, yeah. So your sponsor said that's your homegirl, and you walking in, and you in the door. There he is, harder than the times, harder than Chinese arithmetic, with your homegirl laying butt ass naked in your bed, and you got a firearm. Now that's
somebody about to die.
That's what's going on. However, let's go over the options. Let's go over the options, shall we? So here you go. So here you go, ladies. This is the question of the day, ladies. Are you going to call your girlfriends for a good cry? Are you calling 911 for an ambulance to fix both of them up? Are you going to call your biker friends to help you bury the body or bodies? Or are you going to call your lawyer for a good legal defense? Maybe it's something else. The question is, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I'm gonna call my biker friends to help me with that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like the before part or the after part?
I mean, but it's gonna be. I mean, the after part of it, because it's gonna be. I'm calling the biker friends to help me with the cleanup part. So
okay.
Yeah.
You need a cleanup. You need a cleanup kind of a thing. I need
the cleanup type of thing.
I am dying to know what, if anything, Sassy would do. I believe Sassy, considering she's the kind of girl who's just saying, hey, like in the argument situation, is just give her what she wants. In this circumstance, I believe that she'd be very understanding and be willing to just talk it out, work it out, and let him get his feelings and emotions. He's going to share his feelings with her. That's what Sassy would do, I think. Sassy, is that how it works?
No, I don't think Sassy. I think
your
Sassy
sister.
would be one of the ones helping with the cleanup crew. Sassy coming to help clean up.
Are you sure? Archbishop, I don't know about your POs, because they seem to have some violent tendencies or something. I'm not sure.
I'm a sweet girl next door type of biker chick, though. So see, this is no.
All right. Oh, stand by 1 second. Let's see who's calling us. Hey, hello, and thank you for calling the Big BoneYard. You got Big Bone and Archbishop. How can we help you tonight? Who is this?
You said, what would I do in that situation?
No, see what happened. I'll tell you what happened. No, Compton was saying, let me tell you what happened. Compton was saying that if this happened, not me, I didn't say it. Compton said it.
First of all, we know my elevator don't always go to the top. First of all,
Compton said that you was going to be understanding and work it out with both of them.
No, sir. I am the type of female that if ain't nobody making it out alive. We calling the girls.
Okay. All right. So while we're on the question, anybody who's still watching, we want to know.
What you gonna do, Sassy? Come on, man. What you gonna do?
Yeah, that's what exactly. What is you gonna do?
So I can answer the question.
Okay, turn your TV down.
Okay. So have y'all been watching All the Queen's Men?
I've seen it. I've seen 3 or 4 episodes of it, and I think it's unrealistic. You know why? Because you got some woman and she's mean, and she makes all them dudes are a bunch of fuck boys and punks on that ass me. Because this woman is like cussing them out, smacking them around, and all this stuff. I'm like, I got.
I don't know, but I'm very vindictive. Okay, I like to get revenge.
Okay.
So basically, do me dirty, I'm gonna do you dirtier. I'm gonna make that bitch watch. Why that dick that he got that's super hard, I'm gonna cut that bitch off.
Ooh, ouch.
Make her watch it. Then I'm gonna stick the dick that I cut off of him in her motherfucking mouth, and then I'm gonna shoot her. How about that?
Ooh. Like it's like 100 dudes that just went like that all at the same time. Oh, Lord. I don't care what he did. That
y'all know I'm church.
Woo.
I'm church, but no, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. It ain't that damn serious.
Move over. You know what I mean?
Jazz said, don't say nothing, Sass. Okay. All right. So I'll tell you what. So let's see what that so that one was. So that question, that's a good question. We want to hear from some other folks, and we want to hear what, if anything, new. Actually, we missed the call. Jazz, if you get a minute, hit us back. So where we go? Okay. This was whoever brings you the most. Okay. All right, here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Hey, hello, and thank you for calling Big BoneYard. Is this Jazz?
Yeah, sure is.
Okay,
Man,
hey, Jazz.
Tell Sassy to FCFU. FCFU, Sassy. You just did. Does she really realize that she just gave up the whole crime scene?
Sassy said she is not standing for it. Sassy said she's going to get straight up medieval on that ass. I thought that she was just going to work it out and just talk about their feelings, but you know, there's a thing. I don't know. And Archbishop's POs, they have a tendency to be the same way. I don't know, birds of a feather, and they don't fall too far from the Archbishop or something like that. Somebody was saying the other day.
Right.
That's why. That's why.
Talking about Sweet Sassy.
Allegedly.
Are we talking about Sweet Sassy up in Detroit?
Yeah. That's Sassy.
Okay.
See, there's a reason
we're talking about, right?
Look, there's a reason as to why Archbishop's PO. See, there's a reason as why Archbishop is playing this maniacal, murderous motherfucker in this movie. You know, why is it that his role could come so easily and comfortable for him? Why is that?
That part.
Some folks feel
y'all know who Big Cat is, right?
Yeah.
my 6 foot wheel has gotten that phone call, and it was where we gonna hide the bodies, and she had to talk the woman into calling the police before she left the house.
Wow.
Because it was an abusive relationship. She came home and caught him with somebody and hit him with something, I don't know what, and cracked his skull and called her.
Oh, damn.
And she called me. You know, I'm not using real name. I'm not saying where she at. She called me and I said, do what you need to do for your sis. That's your sandbox buddy girl. You know what to do. And it was if she had to hide the bodies, that's what it would have been. But she went over and talked to her and called the police because there was a history of abuse.
Wait a minute. I don't know if we merged or what. Hey, thanks for calling the Big BoneYard. You got Big Bone and Archbishop, and I think this is Papa G. Is this Papa G?
It is Papa G.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
What's on, man? Hey, me and Frost, I was telling them y'all are up too late for OGs.
I hear you.
Frost said my old ass laying down watching this.
Right. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, I heard Mama. Was that Mama I heard in the background?
Yes, it is.
Man, please tell us. Matter of fact, ask her. Well, see, this is difficult because she don't have this experience. But I am dying to know what, if anything, she would say, or what would she do in that situation? And it's hard for her because she's been with you since Jesus was a child, you know. So y'all been together since Jesus was in short pants or something like that. So she don't have them kind of problems.
I still have his sandals.
I didn't hear all the.
She didn't hear the question.
Okay. So here's the question, and because it's you and I love you, we're gonna you get the PG version of the question. So you come home, let's say you're married to some man. You're married to some man, you come home, you know, and you see his bike parked outside in the driveway, and you came home early, you don't know why his bike is in the driveway. You come home, you go to your bedroom, and there he is, butt ass naked, with your this is the homegirl, right, Archbishop?
Yeah.
Okay, so you come home. He's butt ass naked in the bedroom, and your girlfriend is in your bed, and you have a firearm that you just so happen to have on your person, in your purse, and so on and so forth. So that's the setup. Now the question now becomes the following. So, ladies, are you calling your girlfriend so that you can have a good cry? Are you calling 911 for an ambulance to come and fix both of them up? Are you going to call your biker friends to help you bury the bodies? Or are you going to call your lawyer for a good legal defense because you're going to need it? Or maybe it's something else. But the question is, what you going to do? What you going to do?
Or you going to just join in?
I'm going to go get all
So,
I said, what? Don't join. Party already going. Just join it. Why we gotta be silent?
Or are you gonna just join in?
She gonna grab my line off the side table, man.
Let me answer. I'm gonna go grab all the banking accounts. I'm gonna pack me a bag, and I'm gonna leave. Say see ya.
Okay, so you calling the travel agent?
Yeah, she's calling the travel agent with all my money.
Yeah, she about see now.
And I might take the keys to the bike too.
Oh, Lord. The money and the bike?
Yeah. Oh, damn. She went all the way, bro.
Yeah, okay. See, now I understand why you were such a good husband. You got proper motivation.
Yeah. I keep 2 keys though, just for reference. I keep 2 keys.
I know where they both are.
Oh Lord.
Oh, shit.
Now here's the thing.
Oh my God.
Now hold on. Now I'm gonna break this down.
Yeah.
People gonna be wrong as fuck for breaking this down. I'm gonna break this down. Now, not everybody will be on that I'm about to kill you type shit, because some people's relationships is a little different. You know what I mean? So some people may,
right.
some may walk in and see you doing that, and she be like, well, shit, you motherfuckers already doing it anyway. Let's go. You know what I mean? You better handle all this shit. Now, my saying is, I done took this blue chew for nothing. I ain't about to die. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna get this dick. I done chewed this shit. Somebody about to get this. You know what I mean? We can deal with the bullshit later, but somebody about to get this. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't. That's too messy, and I don't want to take a chance and go into jail. Nope, I'm good. I'll see ya.
Here's the thing, bro, is we've been through all that, and after 45 years, it's just a thing now, so.
Yeah.
That's where
it's just like, fuck it.
I tell you what, y'all are literally so my favorite couple for sure. But in fact, here's I can't believe I'm going to say this, but so me and Miami were, because y'all remember from way back, back in
right.
Way back when. I started saying I'm going to age myself, but it don't matter. But from way back when, y'all have been around for everybody's marriages, everybody's divorces, everybody's breakup, everybody's kids being born, everybody's everything.
Everybody's shit, bro.
Yeah, and y'all was always married. Like, how the hell?
Yeah.
Because like in biker years, y'all have been married about 626 and a half years in biker years.
Yeah.
Because that's not the way it works. It's like math, you got to carry the 4, divide by 3, something like that. But it's a long time. That's all right. So since this is a question of the day type show, being on the set for as long as y'all were on the set, how in the whole wide world was y'all? Because I know a lot of your history with different clubs and so forth, being both on the club side of it and on the civilian side of it. But how in the whole wide world have y'all been able to stay married for that number of years and be on the set for as long as you have been?
Hey, let me put it to you this way, man. In the club scene, and you know this for a fact, in the club scene, it's all about honor, loyalty, and respect.
Yeah.
So that being said, you have to also have that in your marriage or your relationship with your significant other.
Yep.
It's all about honor, loyalty, and respect.
Yep.
Same as it is in the MC.
Understood.
Yep.
Now,
and I always supported him in whatever his endeavors were.
Whatever I did,
and he did the same for me.
Whatever I did, she supported me, and whatever she did, I supported her.
Yep.
So it's a loyalty thing. It's an honor thing.
I believe it. Now,
it's a respect.
Word on the street is that she beats you a lot. Now, if she's beating you right now, I need you to blink your left eye twice. If that's the truth, that she's beating you. We wasn't sure. That's what Archbishop told me, that she's beating you a lot. That's what I heard.
She used to beat me, bro, until I got the new 9. And she didn't beat me no more.
Hey, get some act right about you, dude.
Exactly.
You know, you got that tactical shit all around the house and stuff. That beating stopped real quick.
That's what's up. Well, I'll tell you what. On that note, we love y'all. We definitely. Speaking of which, I kind of tapped into it a little bit earlier. We've got some events. You had an event at your club with your band last week. We was running around doing stuff, and I didn't get a chance. Please keep inviting us, because we are definitely gonna show up, and the Big BoneYard is gonna come through there and hang out with you, check out your band. For those of y'all that don't know, Papa G is definitely, he's that dude. He's talented as all get out. He's in a band. They're fantastic, and they're gonna be hitting different places in the Tampa Bay area. And so if you want to do yourself a favor, come on out. If you shoot us the information, then we'll post it on the Facebook page and everything else, so that folks will know how to come out, see you, find you, support you, and like that. But also, we've got some different things going on. Goodfellas, the Goodfellas MC, the Pasco chapter in
Newport Richie.
Yeah, Newport Richie. They've got an annual that's looking like it's going to be insanely wonderful on October the 7th. Starts at 3 p.m. I want to say that's a Saturday. That's their annual, October the 7th at 3 p.m. So definitely, you want to have a good time. Fantastic food. You know, them Italian fellas like to have good food. So definitely come on out to that. Killer Man's Sons on November the 4th. Killer Man's Sons is doing their annual. They're in Tampa on Nebraska, or off of Nebraska Avenue. That's November the 4th. And also, there's a place called Let's Ride. Let's Ride. For those of y'all that know Bob, aka OG, his place, Let's Ride. He has the Let's Ride Gear and Apparel, which is on Highway 52 in Hudson. And the service center is on Ridge Road in Newport Richie, or in Port Richie or something. But it's on the location on 52. That's going to be November the 12th, from 2 o'clock until 6 or 7, something like that. That's on November the 12th. But those are a few good things. But going back to Papa G, brother, let us know what you got going on, so we can let folks know, so we can come on out and have a good time and dance, drink.
I'll do that, man.
Try to sing.
I'll shoot that information to you. Right now, we're at Ducky's on Kennedy Boulevard in Tampa, twice a month, the first and the third Friday of the month.
Which part of Kennedy
and y'all
is
gotta
that?
Come out, man. It's just
by Del Mabry,
just west. It's just west of Rome.
Okay, I know. So that's between between Kennedy and downtown, kind of like.
Yep. It's on Kennedy.
Okay.
Just before you get to downtown, if you're heading east, just before you get to downtown.
Okay. All right,
yeah,
cool.
It's all old school music, bro. Dance music. Kool and the Gang, Earth, Wind and Fire, Shaka Khan. It's all dance music. Old school dance music.
And
I'd love to see
you. Oh man, we definitely love to see you. I hadn't seen you in a minute, so it would definitely be good to see you. But when are you doing? What nights are you there again?
The first and third Friday of the month.
First and third. Let me write that down. First and third.
8 till 11.
And third. Wait, you said the first and third Friday of the month?
First and third Friday.
First and third Friday.
Friday at Ducky's.
First and third Friday.
At Ducky's.
Yep.
All right, cool.
And it's bare Is Bear still leading up Goodfellas over there in Newport Richie?
Well, he is, but he's still there. He had an accident. So he's still there. He's recuperating from an accident that he had, and we're always wishing him well. He's still there, but he's on what do they call that? Injured reserve, I guess you call it in his case. He's still there.
Okay.
He's just not. He's still kicking, just not real high right now. But he's getting better every day.
All right, cool.
But when I see him, next time I see him, we had a COC meeting today, and there's a couple of those guys are actually on the board of the COC, so we talk to them all the time. So what I'll do is I'll definitely let them know that you asked about him, and see if we can get some of them fellas to come on out too.
Yeah, bro, I appreciate that.
Man, not a problem, brother. We appreciate you.
Hey, I love the show, man. Y'all just up too late for this OG right
here. Understood. We're up too late for us, probably. No, we just got started late. But yeah, brother.
But it's all good. I love the show. Y'all keep it going, all right?
Man, thank you. And Mama G, try not to beat him. He's got a show in a few days.
I got you, Dad.
Love you. All right. All right.
Hey,
brother.
love and respect to all y'all, man. I appreciate you.
Love and respect, brother. All right. So,
Peace.
So, AB. So, what was the next question, brother? Because I know you had some more, no?
Yeah, I had that one about if you can say something to yourself, but I also had one that was like if you could go and talk to a family member who had passed on.
Ooh. Damn.
What would you say?
Dude, you hit hard with these. Damn, your questions is hard hitting. Damn, that's a good one.
I mean, like some may have some like some unresolved that they wanted to say. You know what I mean? Some, like I believe that, that when someone passes in your family, whatever, then they become your ancestors and that they watch over you.
Yeah. So
it was a situation to where you was actually able to talk to them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What would you say? You know what I mean? Like, is it something that you always wanted to say to somebody that you missed your opportunity to say it and you wanted to say it? You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you do it? What would you say?
Wow. That's good. So, Bonehead, let's throw the question out to you, because that's a deep question. Threw me for a 100% loop. What would you ask if you had the opportunity to speak to one of your ancestors, recently departed or long time ago? What would you ask them? And man, I got a bunch of folks who, I'm saying for me, I would probably, well, of course, my parents. I would get at either of my parents and have that have a conversation about so much stuff. My one brother, I would definitely ask him some stuff, because my one brother, coolest guy in North America, right? Women loved him, and for some reason, he had this ability to. So, like, we were asking the question earlier, how do you get women to calm down when they're mad and all like that? He was like the bitch whisperer. I'm just kidding. That's because he fucked with a lot of bitches. But he could. I don't give a damn. He could have smacked the Pope, and he would have had the Catholic nuns eating out of the palm of his hand, saying, "Well, maybe his honor shouldn't have been wearing that funny hat or whatever." I'm like, how the hell does he do that? So I would definitely be curious about that. But of course, I think everybody would be like, "Oh, I miss you, I love you." A lot of folks would say that. But I figure if you're talking to your ancestors, they're kind of busy. Yeah. I know you miss me. I know you love me. Ask me some stuff, right? Like, get to that. And that's where it would be, man, I'd have to sit down and make a list. But what do y'all think? So think about that question and hit us up. Let us know. Sassy said, "Damn, why we got to be bitches?" I didn't mean you, Sassy. I meant in general, my brother. I was making a joke. Like, my brother be fucking with bitches. That's funny shit. I ain't trying to fight with you.
Yeah.
I know your ass is violent and shit.
She a cutter.
Yeah, right. And not in a good way, you know. Yo, so I'll tell you what, so I would think if I had to do it, so I talk to my father, ask him for some advice on how to do this, how to do that, make sure I got my grown man shit on properly. Ask him, hey, are we cool? Like, am I doing things satisfactory to him? Because as it relates to people, I don't really give a fuck about who thinks what or whatever. But I always wonder, am I living up to the high standards that my father had, or that he would of course have for his sons and his daughters too. But I definitely want to know, hey, how am I measuring up? And if I'm not measuring up, what if anything do I need to fix that? So I think that would be one of them that I'd get out there. So what about you? You asking them deep ass emotional questions? Who would you ask and what would you ask them? Or would it be a comment?
Well, they say that you give young men dreams and old men visions. So
I agree with you, Sassy. I was just teasing. I'm telling you, I was joking. Sassy's cussing me out right now. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
So I think that like I got a couple people that has passed on that I had real high regards for, and I valued the knowledge that they gave me when they were living. And a lot of times when certain things go on, I think back, to stuff that they had told me, what I mean, and some of the stuff that they had told me before makes sense now that I'm going through different things. So if I was able to talk to one of them, being the fact that they have passed on, being the fact that they have passed on, and they watching as well.
Yeah.
So they see exactly what you're doing. You know what I mean? So I know there's a lot of times I'll be sitting here just trying to figure it out myself, and I just be like, if you see something that I'm missing, then let me know. Like show me what
right.
Tell me what it is I need to see. And a lot of times you'll get those dreams to where it'd be like certain things that are going on in that dream that who you dealing with. Like my grandmother, for instance. I know every time that I think about my grandmother a lot, I always dream about my grandmother. And the reason, a lot of times I don't see her, but I'm always in her house. So
wow.
That I'm walking through her house, and that I find stuff in her house that kind of relates to what it is that's going on.
Wow.
So
okay.
So I know that during that particular time, that's who's dealing with me at that particular time. You know what I mean? So it's certain things that just dealing with different people in your life that register in your psyche as to who this person is. You know what I mean? And trying to get that message that you trying to get. I mean, I said like with my uncle, my brother especially.
Okay, yeah.
I wish a million times over that I could just have 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, right. Man, me too. I get you.
Just to have a quick conversation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not really to ask for nothing, just more or less just to make sure that you're okay. You know what I mean? Let them know that I'm okay.
Wow. That's deep.
I mean?
Let me ask you this. So you mentioned a few different folks, and like you and I have that in common. We have a few different people in our lives that have passed on that were important to us. And one of the things that I've always, I won't say struggle with, but one of the things that's comes up a lot. I know my sisters are watching tonight, and they know we've had these conversations a million times. But would you say that, let's start with your brother. Would you say if your brother looking down on you, if you was asking him, hey, how am I doing? Am I getting it right? Am I fucking it up? What say you, brother? What do you think he would say? Would he give you the thumbs up or the not so much?
My brother was it was kind of crazy. Like I was the oldest, so I was the one that, even though me and my brother hung around and we did a lot of stuff together, I was the one with the reasoning. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he was the wild one, and I was the one like chill out. You know what I mean? But
okay,
if I didn't mess with him, I was the one that was whooping your ass, and he was the one that was sitting back here watching. You know what I mean? So
right.
like we would be out, and he'll be out talking shit to people, and they be pissed off because he liked to crack on people and talk about them and all that shit. But but they wouldn't say nothing because he'd be like, "Don't make me call my brother because you know he coming." You know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even like I sat back and I was the quiet one, but they knew that when I showed up, I'm fucking some shit up. So
right.
it was that. But we always had this to where one thing that I always told my brother, and we stood true to that to the end. It was that no matter what situation may go on, no matter how mad we may be at each other, how much we may fuss at each other, I'll never put my hands on you.
Yeah.
And that's what we stood true to, you know, and we always had this respect for each other.
Yeah.
And even the time that we were younger coming up, me and my brother, we had different moms with the same dad.
Right.
But we were, no matter where we were at in different parts of the country, we always made sure that we stayed connected, that we found a way to with each other. I mean,
you're killing me.
You know, we used to come up with some crazy shit. We used to come up with them. Remember back in the day, they make them little calling cards and shit.
Oh yeah.
We used to find these damn calling card numbers that you can call and just keep talking and talking and talking all this shit. Gonna catch on.
Yeah.
We did everything. You know what I mean? We even go to the payphone, and it was a little trick you could do with a paper clip to where you could talk on the phone for free and tap the inside of the clip thing. You know what I mean? So we always made a way that we was able to keep that constant communication with each other. And then when we got grown, we was always with each other. You know what I mean? Now, that time, you know, my wife and his wife, they hated the fact that we were that close. You know what I mean? Because it was me and him. You know what I mean? And he'd be like, "Oh, the fuck, y'all can go the fuck on somewhere. It's my brother." You know what I mean? And that's how.
Right.
So, you know, when he passed away, that it was something in me that died when he passed away.
Yeah.
Because he was so important to me.
Yeah.
So if it was just to have that acknowledgement, just to have that conversation with him would be, I mean, even if it was 5 minutes. And I know I've had several dreams throughout the years where I was able to talk to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
wow, that's great.
As to where he's at, I feel at peace with that.
And look, that is for real. And first of all, brother, thank you for thank you for sharing that, because you just shared a piece of yourself with it. And I think that's another reason this is a cool show, because we always keep it a buck, and you just gave it $1.25. So we definitely appreciate that. I know you took me to my brother. So two things. One, my younger brother, Troy, AKA, wait a minute. What Troy say to call him from now on? Hey, Miami. What did Troy say to call him? Boss Daddy. So, because I'm Big Bone 1%er, and we was in Virginia a while back, and so all right, funny story. So Miami said, she's Cubana, so she said, "Hey, Poppy, you want me to make a plate for you?" And my brother-in-law was like, "What?" He goes, "Hey, I like that shit." So he's telling my sister, "Call me Poppy from now on." And so we're laughing and joking about it. My brother's like, "Well, fuck that. I'm Boss Daddy. I'm Boss Daddy from now on." Anyway, it was his birthday yesterday. The 22nd was his birthday. That's my younger brother living death. Now, my older brother that passed away, as you were saying these things, that's what I was thinking, a number of those sort of things about my older brother. And what I found is that especially when you're younger and you lose people in your life, it's like you said, a part of you leaves with them. I've said on a number of occasions, when my parents passed away, and then ultimately two of my brothers, it changes who you are as a person. Not necessarily for the worse, not necessarily for the better, but it does change who you are, because the way that you look at life, you're looking at life and everything that you do through different eyes now. because you don't have that that resource or that comfort or that connection that was there with that person. So it changes who you are, right? But I think about that a lot. So like with my younger brother, that's why I think I cherish and covet him the way that I do, because we've lost two of them, you know. And then you get to a certain age and they always say you're supposed to outlive your parents and like that. Yeah, they say that. That don't make it easier, you know, but that's a thing. But I'll tell you what, on that note, I think we made it another 7 days. Wait, what you saying, Deuce? Deuce is saying, Deuce said, real question. Do you think you went into club life to find brotherhood that was either missing or taken away from you? Great question. In my case, I'd have to say no, because my whole family was alive. You know, everybody that was mentioning, in my case, they were all alive when I got into the club life, you know. What in my case, when I got out of the Marine Corps, I couldn't stand civilians. And I know you know what I'm talking about. When you got out, civilians are different than military folks. They just are. And I didn't have what we called in the Marine Corps that esprit de corps, you know, that spirit of brotherhood and all like that. It's like a real thing. And I found that in the MC community. So that was something that was familiar to me. So I was moth to a flame type of joint. And it made sense. You know what I mean? It was a good fit. It made sense. So that wasn't something I was looking for a replacement or something as far as the clubs are concerned. But, you know, but fortunately, you know, the brotherhood and all like that was there, but it wasn't to replace anything that I had lost, you know. So that's a great question. What about you, AB?
You know, when I when I came over to the club thing, let me start by saying this. I did outlaw shit before I knew what an outlaw club was. I was the quiet assassin. I was the one that sat back and watched shit. And then, you know, I had my share of shit before then. You know what I mean? And I didn't really care about the MC clubs. I didn't give a fuck about no MC club, to tell you the truth. This was something that my brother did, you know. And like I said, this was when we decided that we was gonna do this MC thing. This was something we were supposed to be doing together. He just happened to pass.
Okay.
So being the fact that he passed away before then, I did it in remembrance of him. It's like this is we were supposed to have done together, you know. So and it was a learning curve, because like I said, I was used to doing shit my way. You know what I mean? I had my little group of people that I fuck with, that, you know, we was our own little syndicate. We didn't need no club shit. You know what I mean? And actually, tell you the truth, when we was just doing our shit, we used to fuck bikers up for real. You know what I mean? We get them on a bike, so you know what I mean? We used to do that shit. We give a fuck whether he's on a bike or not. You put your pants on the same way I put on mine. And what? That's how we did shit. So
y'all sound like a bunch of 1%ers. What the hell?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. When I came over here, this was some shit where, okay, this ain't no different than what I've been doing. The only difference is that now y'all got 10,000 fucking rules for some shit. When before I could do what the fuck I wanted to do. You know what I mean? So actually, this over here actually watered me down more than what I was when I was just out in the street by myself. You know what I mean? Because this shit had rules to it. It had rules and structure. And you got to be this, you got to be this. As opposed to over here, I can do what the fuck I wanted to do and didn't about nothing. You know, so
we got more rules in the Constitution.
Right. And you know, and then you know the whole brotherhood thing. I had brotherhood in the street. You know what I mean? Because then, you know, I used to be a GD. You know what I mean? When I was a teenager. And then I went from there to the Navy, and went from there, I became a Masonic, you know what I mean? So I went through different dimensions of brotherhood. So when I came over here, it should have been a different stage of brotherhood. It should have been more defined than the other three put together. So Like if you did these three here, then when you came over here, it really shouldn't have been no different. It should have just kind of coincided.
Right, right.
You know, I'll say that you have a lot of bros that actually show true brotherhood. You have a lot of bros that show brotherhood to only the ones that they fuck with.
Okay.
Not, you know what I mean? Where when we was, you know, when we was in the military, you showed brotherhood to everybody that you ran across. You know what I mean? You wore the same uniform as this man right here. We sat in the same foxhole with this man over here that you probably you never see again. You know what I mean? But you showed that same amount of brotherhood. When you on the Masonic end, they say, you know, one Mason in the dark as well as in the light. You show everybody the same brotherhood, the same loyalty, whether you know them or not. You come over this side over here, you see, how do you call it? It's like specific brotherhood. And what I mean by that is it's only specific to people that they fuck with, not to everybody in the whole.
Now, you know, I'll tell you, I've seen through, especially in the COC environment, there's so many different clubs. So I've seen both. I've seen where a certain club, man, if you wear that same patch, they don't give a damn. That's my brother. I just haven't met him yet, or I just met him at this annual or this national or something like that. Then I've seen the flip side of the coin is I've seen where in the same chapter, these cats can't get on the same page in the same damn chapter. And they're, you know, hating on each other and that whole thing. But I remember when I first came on the set, it was the expression that they used was, man, y'all are downright incestuous. And at first, the first couple of times I heard somebody use that expression describing me and the club that I was in back then, I was like, oh, you know, I want to be mad. But then I got it in the sense that I had to take a look and be like, hey, every time we do something, we're hanging out with each other. We go where each other goes. We're dating the same women, and the women that was involved with us, if they were single, they couldn't date a guy if he was outside of the club. We was going to have to figure out what the hell's going on with him. We had to give him a thumbs up, an approval or something, you know, but we only dealt with each other. It's sort of like that movie Goodfellas. We only talked to each other. We only dealt with each other. We only, you know, that was what it was. We only fucked with each other no matter what the hell you're talking about, pretty much. And then over the years, I thought all clubs were like that. But as I got, you know, older and more time and, you know, put on a few different hats and, you know, COC and A-Bait and all this different stuff, you start seeing, okay, well, that was Shangri-La. That was the best of it. But it's not always like that. So that's just some live and learn type shit. But anyway, let's not babble everybody's head off too much worse. But those hell of a good questions, or a group of great questions, great conversations. And I had fun. Papa G jumped in here and joined us tonight. Mama G set us straight, and she promised not to beat Papa G. So there's that. We're going to get over to Ducky's the first and third Friday of every month. Ducky, which is on Kennedy Boulevard in Tampa. So if you get a chance, definitely get on over to that. We've got the COC, the event that's happening at at Let's Ride is actually a COC event November the 12th at Ride in Hudson on Highway 2 or State Road 52, whatever it is. For good stars, Killing Sons, November 4th, and most importantly, the Big BoneYard again in 7 days from now. So that's the event that you don't want to miss. We're going to be doing some more fun stuff and chopping it up about everything under the damn sun. But other than that, man, it's been a good night, and you know, we missed y'all. Took a whole week to get back, but we got back. But AB, what if anything you got to say to these folks, sir?
Just say, I mean, like always, I appreciate you coming on, watching with us, coming back, talking to us, whatever, dropping the messages. Like I said, continue to like, share, subscribe, hit the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
hit us up. Hit us on a text message or whatever. We do what we can. The ones that the ones that's watching those, that's for the constitutions and stuff. We're gonna get them sent out to you.
Yeah, definitely.
But other than that, appreciate you guys. We'll see you in 7 days.
Right on. And yeah, so also on the Big BoneYard, I'm gonna throw up some of them pictures. Let us know if anything you got a show idea, something you want us to chop it up about, reach out to us, let us know. But in the meantime, have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see y'all again in about 7 days. Love and respect to y'all.
Pursue a career in law because it gives me an opportunity to help people. When a client chooses us to represent them, they're entrusting us with a huge responsibility. It's our goal to exceed their expectations with our personalized service and to help them to achieve the best possible recovery to compensate them for their injuries.
That's where we come in. We come in and we solve that problem for them and really set them on the right track in order to try and get back to what their life was like before the accident happened.